Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sporting Journey. Hoping everybody's doing well. Welcome to your Game Week 13 relegation battle show. This is where we look at the teams in the bottom three and we discuss a little bit about, the results from Game Week 12 and how it's affected the Premier League table down at the bottom. So, without further ado, let's get into this. The first game of the Game Week 12 saw Burnley nil, Chelsea 2. It was a pretty easy game for Chelsea, to be fair. Um, Neto opened up the scoring to make it 1-0. It was a real moment of quality in the first half as Gittins' excellent cross for the to the far post found Neto where he headed it superbly back across the goal into the net. Fernandez then made sure that Chelsea has third straight win of the league in the 88th minute with a powerful close range shot. After fine work by substitute Mark Galleu to set him up. So that's how the Burnley game finished. The team that who were rock bottom in the league as it stands is Wolves. Wolves got comfortably beaten 2-0 by Crystal Palace. Goals from Nunes and in the second half on the 63rd minute, and Pinot on the 69th minute made it 2-0 to Crystal Palace, sealing Wolves' defeat for the of the fixtures. Then after that, we've got Leeds United, who are currently sitting in the relegation places, which is a bit bad news for me being a Leeds fan. But we played well against Aston Villa in the first half. We actually took the lead in that game. Nemecha took his goal really well on the 8th minute. Went into half time at 1-0. Everything was smelling the roses for Leeds. But then second half, Unai Emery made two substitutions, which totally changed the game. Half-time substitutions, which totally changed the game on its head. Morgan Rogers got his first goal on the 48th minute. It was a low cross from Mellon, substitute who come on at half time. Low, Mellon got in front of, I think Bogle, and he just flicked it into net. Then he scored a free kick on the 75th minute. It was right on the edge of the box, so he did really well to get it up and down. He took back at net. Now, I personally will think that Perry could have saved that, but instead of diving towards the ball, he seemed to dive backwards into net. It would a weird goal to concede. So that sealed Leeds United's fate, unfortunately. So what we'll do now is we'll have a look at the Premier League table. So here we go. So as you can see, Wolves still not won a game after 12 this season. After 12 games, they're sixth on 2 points. In 20th, Burnley are 19th after playing 12 games. They're set on 10 points. They've lost the previous 3. Leeds United currently sitting 18th after only winning 1 in the last 5, losing 3 on the bounce, and they now face a tough test against Manchester City coming up. So let's have a look at this week's fixtures. So Burnley are away at Brentford. That's a 3 o'clock kick-off on a Saturday. Leeds United are away at Pep Guardiola's Man City at 3 o'clock on a Saturday. Pep Guardiola, Man City lost 2 games on bounce. One in the league against Newcastle and in the Champions League, but they did make I think it was 11 changes to made in that game in Champions League, so they'll be as fresh as daisy to go to our system to go. And then the Wolves have got Aston Villa on Sunday away at Villa Park. So I think the bottom three will be as you were in the table come end of game week 13 fixtures. I just don't see any of them picking up points. The teams who are above us, incidentally, let's have a look at the Premier League table to see the teams above us. So you've got West Ham and Nottingham Forest and Fulham. Let's see that West Ham, Nottingham Forest are playing. So West Ham, let's have a look for West Ham. Where are West Ham? West Ham are at home to Liverpool. That's on a Sunday. That's on Sky Sports. And Liverpool are out of form. I can see West Ham actually getting some sort of a result there against Liverpool. Nottingham Forest are at home to Brighton. Nottingham Forest seem to find the form. They won 3-0 in Europe yesterday against, I think it was Malmo. They were playing, so that was a good result for Forest. And they hadn't had to travel because they were at home yesterday, so you'd expect Forest to get some against Brighton. And then Fulham, let's have a look at where Fulham have got. Fulham playing on Saturday night against Tottenham at the Tottenham are at home, so hopefully Tottenham can get a result against Fulham to keep them within touching distance of the bottom three to give them any of them a chance to avoid relegation. So that's how that's how it goes. Every fixtures are going to be happening this week. So this is going to sound really mad, but for all you new viewers, I've got a disabled son who has got learning disabilities, and my granddaughter lives at home. So I'll be taking a break, winter break, so we can spend time as a family to do festive activities. So this will be last video I do on Sport and Journey until January. But what I'm going to try and do in that time I've got off is I'm going to try and work out what to do some graphics regarding how I can make this show a little bit better as we go along. So please bear with me, with us. But we hope you have a lovely Christmas. We hope don't get too drunk and enjoy festive activities. And until next time, guys, look after yourselves, and we'll see you all soon. Take care. Bye bye.